morning and welcome back to the channel Mispronounced Adventures, and I'm in Estonia, in Tallinn to be exact. So last night I got the ferry over from Helsinki in Finland. That was the end of the last episode. Got a bit of footage of that crossing. But now, interesting bit about this part of the trip is I've got no plans. All my goals were for Scandinavia. Tallinn and the rest of the trip, I've got no plans at all. So just going to make it up as we go along, really. I'm still travelling with John and Mandy for a bit more. And the first thing I've noticed, it's now cold and it's now sunny, which is what we've not seen in Scandinavia. So I'll roll you a bit of footage of how we got the ferry and the ferry across from last night, and let's go from there. Well, that stressed me out. How long is the van, they asked? 6 metres, so they had me parallel park inside the ferry between two lorry trailers. How to make it different. Or just crawl underneath the lorry. I don't know. How do I get out of here? I generally can't squeeze through that. I'm going to go towards the front. Who gets randomly pulled out of the traffic again and quizzed by customs? Another van tour to another border official. Again, just wanted to see the passport and wanted to have a look at the back of the van. But yeah, randomly selected again. But we're now in Estonia. So I've got about a 5-minute drive to just a portside car park where John and Mandy are, and I'm going to go park up and meet them for the night because it's 20 past 11. Doing what you need to do for the footage. Bear meat dumplings. Welcome back to the rain and driving. So today we are leaving Tallinn. Well, we've already left Tallinn and Estonia in general. We're driving to Latvia and we're going to go to a national park where there's got a really nice campsite where we're going to stay for a couple of days. I think John needs to catch up on some video editing, I need to catch up on some video editing, and it'd just be nice just to chill out on a nice campsite for a bit. Didn't spend much time in Estonia. We did a bit of a wander around the city and a few beers, because they serve beers in litres, and we played some crazy golf. I had a good time, but I'm not really a city person. I don't travel for the point of being cities. It doesn't massively interest me. I'm more about the outdoors and nature and views and stuff like that. So making a beeline down to Latvia because of it, and spent a bit of a time there. For the 4-hour drive today down into Latvia, John and Mandy and I are not convoying. We've fallen out. I'm just kidding. Our GPSs have fallen out. So John has his GPS set for the shortest possible route, which means you get lots of winding roads and non-main roads, which is great for exploring places. My GPS is just set normally. So when we turned out the petrol station this morning, I couldn't see him, so I followed my GPS, he followed his GPS, and we went in completely opposite directions. So I'll rendezvous with them tonight when we get to the campsite. That's a nice change. Oh, that's quite a lovely little morning in Latvia. Probably like one of the first good weather days we've seen in this entire trip. But turns out on that lake behind us, you can just take one of the boats from reception and just go out for a paddle. I think we're going to be here for today and tonight, and do some videos for editing, a bit of catching up and chores to do. Maybe go explore the area a wee bit. Come to get some new water. Expanding hoses are really quite good. Well, that's our time on the campsite done. I guess Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania have been a little bit of transit countries for us, because we want to get through to Poland to go meet some people at a certain time frame. So we've blitzed through these countries quite quickly, opposed to sort of staying around and enjoying them. But today's plan, we're going to leave this campsite in Latvia and we're going to head over to the hill crosses in Lithuania. More driving. If I'm honest, their city roads are the hardest my suspension has worked all trip, and also it's absolutely pissing it down. So it's been a fun and totally not stressful drive through Riga. So now we're out to the other side and we're continuing south again. This time Latvia. Well, the roads here are lovely. be honest, I don't really know what to make of it. But there is must be hundreds of thousands of crosses here. They're just everywhere. So I think all the crosses are commemorating the pilgrimage to here, opposed to sort of commemorating an individual as such. Which might explain why there's so many. Tell you what, Lithuania is quite pretty. Like, geographically it's pretty flat, but the open fields and the trees, and especially because now the colours change in autumn, and I think that is also sunny, unlike the rest of the trip so far, it makes it look really nice. So the driving is quite pleasurable. Well, this is our park up for the night. That might be a restaurant and a bar. It's a slightly little urban one, but not too bad. Well, good morning from Lithuania. Today, I'm going to drive to Poland. Also today, new shirt. What do you think? I got it to commemorate my visit to Finland and meeting Santa. I think it just screams I met Santa in Finland. So I think it's about a 4-hour drive today over to the Polish border. And then we're going to go head towards southern Poland and meet some people. Right, Polish border. And stop as usual. Hello.
Hello. Один только едет.
English.
One person.
Just me, yeah.
No. Багажник можно?
It's a camper van. Can we open the back? Well, as per usual, stopped. Quite nice, isn't it? So that's the end of this episode, and it's been 4 countries in one episode: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania and Poland. And I know full well I haven't done those countries justice. I just don't have time. For me, this is a 6-week trip, so I've got to cut back on some countries to spend more time in the others, and I spend quite a bit of time in the Nordic countries. I've got a rendezvous to make in southern Poland, which is the main time restraint from getting through these countries quite quickly. And additionally, with the rules for British citizens and Schengen, I want to do a trip in January, so I have to be quite wary on the amount of Schengen days I'm using up, and for this trip coming up, to get out of a few EU countries or out of Schengen countries, so I don't use up all my days, because I've now got to balance those 90 days in that 180-day period. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe if you like the content. Leave a comment below if you've have any questions, like the video. If you want to see more live up-to-date content, find my Instagram where you can message me as well. And if you want to see a slightly different view of this trip, if you follow John and Mandy, who I am convoying with, you'll be able to see this trip from a different point of view. But that's pretty much everything for this episode, so thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.